What is wrong with my tripod? Where's my other tripod at? Why does this not bend down? No. Okay. That's going to have to work. All that, and I'm tired. I know y'all be like, why she don't set it up before, um, because I can't. That's what on earth. Because I can't. I'm still gonna have to rotate it and put the camera um back on a certain way to go live. So if it was my computer, I wouldn't have to do that. But because I'm going live on the phone, I'm looking for some chapstick because my lips are already dry. And don't look like I have any. No, I got some. And I know this is about to get on my nerves because the hair is gonna stick to this. Who is he, y'all? Okay, here. Don't drive me crazy. Now I feel like I need some lotion. I don't know why I can't do all this before I come on live. I really don't. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me. I'm waiting on this YouTube to pop up so that I can see the comments and then we will get started. We're gonna do a couple of things today. We're gonna talk about a couple of things and then I'm gonna be up out of here. Let me I can't do it. I was gonna say let me say on my Instagram that I'm live, but I can't because I can't. They won't let me log into my Instagram for some reason with my Android. You know, I hate this phone. At first, I thought it was just I didn't like it, but I actually hate it. I don't know if there's a difference.
That's because you're an iPhone.
No, it's because this phone lags. It's real slow responding.
But that's one of the lower end phones though.
Uh,
That's why.
yeah, we shouldn't have went this low. I
But
mean, God, dog.
that was that business because you just wanted something that you could.
Yeah, but I want to be able to use it. So, hey, beautiful magic. Hey, Diana Rochester and Naya. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? So, we do want to say rest in peace to the young rapper. Um, I'm not sure what his name is because I know absolutely none of his songs. But I know that there was an incident today, I think in Memphis. I think that's where he was. And we do want to send condolences to the family because this young man did have two small children and I'm not sure if it was his wife or girlfriend. I really hate the term baby mama. If it was his wife or girlfriend or whoever, but he did have two young kids. And, he probably had a mother, a father, sisters, brothers, cousins. We have to stop looking at people when they get killed as just randoms, because these people leave behind people that truly love them. You know what I mean? And this gun violence is so serious. So now we have two small children that have lost their father to gun violence. And I know how that feels. I lost my father to gun violence. My father was killed when I was very young. And they never found the person that did it. And when you grow up holding resentment and anger towards somebody that you don't know. You're mad because you don't feel like law enforcement, does enough. You're hurt. You don't want to see your mom with that level of hurt and pain. So, that this kind of stuff really does destroy families. It hurts children and everybody involved, everybody in the family deals with these type of situations in a different way, and I know firsthand because it happened to my family. So I do want to say condolences, send condolences to the family. I know they will never see this, but you still put that out in the universe because these people will need healing. You know what I mean? Like his mother, his children's mom, they will need some healing because it's devastated to have something like that happen. And in the city, because I guess this young man was a rapper in Memphis. I think it's Memphis, who came from nothing and made it, and then he went back to visit and went to some cookie place that I guess he frequented. He really liked this place, and he went there, and it looks like it was some type of ambush, and they took him out. So that's sad. It really is. I think he was in his 30s, early 30s. I think that's what they said. But if you want to read the entire situation, it is on the Shade Room. That's where I be getting the news from, child. The Shade Room be having all the news. Even though the Shade Room is, a lot of the comment section can be in the Shade Room can be brutal because it's a lot of 20 somethings and teenagers in there just with loose lips. But if you can overlook that level of ignorance, they do usually say what's um going on in the news. So yeah, that's where I was looking earlier when I saw that. So I wanted to say that we have moved into the darker portion of the year. It's getting dark early, and this is really the time when people have issues with depression and being sad, not only because we're in this darker part of the year, we're moving towards the holiday season, and a lot of people have some depression and anxiety around the holiday season, especially if they're not with their family, they don't have family, and especially this this year, these past years, we are looking at people who have lost family members because of COVID. People have been sick because I've seen a lot of people lately on social media who have posted that they have, lost someone that I know just recently lost their mother. Um, I don't think she had COVID, but she lost her mom recently. Someone that a good friend of mine knows, her daughter was killed in a gun violence incident. So this time of the year is when we really need to reach out to each other and make sure that we are okay. Because it don't take nothing to call a friend and say, "Hey girl, you all right? I was just thinking about you." If someone comes across your mind, like if you have a thought about someone, spirit is dropping that in your mind for a reason. Things don't, there are no coincidences in life. Things that happen for a reason. If you're thinking about a certain friend, if they come up in a dream or they just come up in a thought, or you think about something that you and your friend used to do together and you haven't talked to them in a while, call them and see how they're doing, because that came up in your mind for a reason. Maybe your friend is having a hard time today, and you calling to check up on them will make them feel so much better. Especially if you're feeling good. Like if you're at the top of your game today, call somebody else and give them some of that good energy. Like I just told all my friends on Facebook, I just thank them because my friends have been, I've been posting my crochet, things that I've been crocheting lately, and all of my friends have been like, "Yes, girl, do that." Even when, things don't come out the way that I think that they should come out, because of course I'm a perfectionist. I want things to be right. Like I did this sunburst granny square yesterday, and I got kind of lost on the pattern. So the square is not really like a square. Like you can tell right here, I kind of like missed a stitch or did something wrong. Like I didn't hit the corner right. And if you know how to crochet, you can see that. But my friends were just like, "Oh my God, that is so pretty." You know, and just really just sending me all of this positive energy. And so I was like, "Oh, I really want to do this project. Like, I really want to do this crochet project, but I don't know how to do it. Like, I've never done it before. It's a pattern that, like, I've never used before." And all of my friends were like, "Do it. Do it. You can do it. We gonna be right here rooting you on. You can do it. Even if you mess up, you tried." And that like really touched me. It really did, because like yesterday when I did this and I felt like I failed, I didn't make another one. I didn't try again because I had messed up on this one. Like I didn't just like throw it away or unravel it like I normally do. I wanted to keep it because I said I'm going to do it right. I'm going to figure out how to do it. But all of my friends were just so, "You got this. You can do it." And it just made me think of how many people are out there with not one person telling them that they can do it. You know what I mean? Like how many people started a project and failed and didn't have anybody to tell them, "You got this." We have to be more cognizant of other people. Like, we're not the only people on this planet. And I think some people, like, I've always been the strong friend. I've always been the friend that, people come to and, you know, tell me their problems so I can help them, or, want something from me if it's not crystals, or, can you make me a bracelet? Can you help me get my boyfriend back? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? But I have never been the friend that people pour into. I have always been the friend that people take from. And sometimes we, the strong friends, need people to pour into us also. And I know people probably are like, well, you have a husband, you have kids, you have this, you have that. So what? So, my husband has a life. He works outside of the home. So he is busy, you know, and I'm not saying that he's not pouring into me, but sometimes I need a little extra from like my girlfriends. Cause my husband don't care nothing about no crochet. Like half the time he just be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty," and that's it. But you get something different, I think, from your girlfriends, because we know, like, we can tell, oh, that's something that she really likes, she really enjoys. Let me tell her it's gonna be okay. We have to do that for each other. If you have a girlfriend that you haven't talked to in a while, call her, send her a text message. If you not that, hey girl, what's going on? If you don't want to do that, at least send her a text message and say, hey girl, I was thinking about you. Or if she's selling lashes or nails or something, pour into her business. If you don't, even if you don't wear lashes, if you don't want the lashes, send her a cash app. Send her $20. Say, hey girl, put this towards your business. You ain't got to send me no lashes. I don't wear no lashes, girl, but here go $20. Or call her and say, hey girl, how's things going? I'm praying for you. Or I lit a white candle for you so that your business will be prosperous. That's free. Let someone know that you are thinking about them, especially if you consider yourself a spiritual person. Because I know that everybody that follows me considers themselves to be spiritual in one way or another. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be following me. You wouldn't be here. So if you consider yourself a spiritual person, then you are the main one that should be pouring out to other people. You can't be selfish. And I'm not saying give everything you have, but give something. Even when you're in the grocery store. Okay, well, we can't really smile at people because, our masks are covering our faces, but nod or something, give somebody make eye contact. People can tell you smiling even behind the mask with your eyes. And sometimes just saying hey or good morning or, oh girl, I like your shoes or something can make someone else's day. This is and this is, medically documented that during this period of time, people go through what is called seasonal depression. And I bring this up every year because it's very important. And now that we have been through, a pandemic, we're not been through it because we're still, in the crux of it. It's more important because more people are spending more time indoors. away from family, and more people have lost family than ever before. You know, one thing about TikTok that I hate is getting on there, and I know that TikTok is an outlet for a lot of people, but there is a lot of death on TikTok. There's a lot of people posting, um, because it's this clip of this it's this sound bite of this whose song is that? Wake me up before you go, girl. Da, 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 da. They played that song and it's all happy and stuff. And then the end of the song is them showing the person that died. There is a lot of death on TikTok, you know, and you can't say that people shouldn't be able to post that kind of stuff because that is how some people deal with their trauma or their grief. We can't say how one person, because they heal from grief different from you can't say that they should not be able to express themselves, because they should. That's a way for them to heal. But it's a lot. Like when you're scrolling through, because now as soon as I hear that song, I will just scroll past it, because I just don't want to see a child's urn or someone sitting at a freshly dug grave. I just don't want to. I don't want to see that, because it makes me sad, because there's so many people have like lost small children, like babies, and they post that on TikTok. But it's the way that they are grieving. And it's so many people grieving. It's so many people not knowing how to process that heavy energy. They don't know how to process that energy. They don't have anyone to help them process that energy. They're not going to reach out to anyone. So they're just, you know, holding on to that and sinking deeper and deeper, because depression is like a wet wool blanket. It gets heavier and heavier and heavier if you don't have someone to help you get out. I've watched so many videos of women who are dealing with depression, and it shows in the way that they keep their home. Their houses just look trashed. I mean, real bad. Like, there's a difference between being disorganized and a person going through depression and just forget it. Just forget everything. Not taking out the trash, not cleaning up, not doing anything. And some people, I look at some people and I'll be like, now, are you lazy or are you depressed? Because some people are lazy. But some people are really depressed and they're not getting any help. They feel like, oh, well, it's too expensive to, healthcare in the U.S. is extremely expensive. But there are a lot of community based facilities that have mental health um, help for free, but you have to find it. Believe it or not, there are a lot of places that will help with mental health. They will help you get on your medicine. They will help you with therapy. But a lot of people will not look for these services. Like the services are not going to come to you if you don't get out there and, try to get it. You won't get it. And a lot of people, don't have anyone checking on them, so people don't know how bad their situation are or what situation they're in, because they don't even have a friend who is going to call and say, "Hey girl, what's going on?" Or they come over your house and see that you're a mess and just, well, she just nasty or she just lazy. That's why her house is always a mess. No, she's having some mental health issues. And maybe if you would reach out to her and give her a little bit of assistance, she could get some help. Cindy said men are from Mars, women are from Venus. We need our girls. Naya said, I lost a lot of friends and family because of my lifestyle. I'm just getting used to being 100% independent. And yes, it's scary sometimes. You cannot be 100% independent, sweetheart. We all need somebody. That you need to be independent to a certain degree. We all need somebody. That's why God created Adam and Eve, because he knew that the way our minds were set up, the way we function mentally, we don't do well alone. We don't. We need friends or somebody. We need someone to bounce ideas off of. It's great to be financially independent. That's great. Yeah, I can take care of myself financially, but mentally, we all need somebody. And we have to drop that mentality, believing that, oh, I can do everything by myself. I'm 100% independent. I don't need no man. I don't need nobody. No, you do. You need somebody. You need someone to talk to. No one likes to be 100% by themselves. Nobody. Not even animals. Even dogs run in packs. You see stray dogs, it's very rare that you will see them by themselves. They gonna find somebody, another dog, to hook up to. We only have Gizmo. When we take Gizmo outside, if my neighbor's dog is outside, Gizmo is gonna go over there to look at the other dog. You know why? Because they the same species. They understand each other. We need each other. We don't like to be by ourselves. That's why they use jail as punishment and solitary confinement. That's why they use that as a form of punishment. To put someone in the dark by themselves is punishment, because we're not meant to be alone 24/7. We need somebody to talk to, or we will go crazy. Because if we're not talking to another human being, our mind is talking to us. Oh, girl, you didn't do this. Oh, you didn't do that right. Oh, you should have said so and so. Girl, you should have said blah, blah, blah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your brain is constantly going. And if you don't have another human being to bounce these ideas and thoughts and stuff off of, you will eventually start to have some problems. You will. So that I'm by myself, I don't need nobody. We need somebody. Even if it's a dog or a cat. Why do you think almost everybody has a pet? They either have a dog, a cat, a hamster, a rabbit, a fish, or something because we enjoy that communication with something else. We get bored with just being by ourselves eventually. I will never tell anybody, oh, I do love being by myself, but I love being by myself to a certain extent. I like my time together. Like, I like when my husband go to work and be gone for a couple of hours, but eventually I miss him and want him to come back home. Thank God I got Gizmo. I don't want to be by myself for the rest of my life. I don't. And I ain't gonna lie and be like, I'm independent, I'm a woman. I say, yeah, I'm a very strong woman, but I don't like being by myself all the time. And I'm not going to tell someone that being by yourself all the time is healthy because it's not. It's not healthy. It's not. It's great being independent. It's great being able to take care of yourself and, pay your rent. If you can pay your car note, or if you live in a state where you don't need a car like New York and, transportation is cool there. Yeah, all of those things are great. But human interaction is extremely important. Extremely important for your mental health. Because sitting at home by yourself, especially this time of year when the weather starts to get bad and it's gray and gloomy and cold and wet, that is when your mind will go off and just be sending you all of these crazy messages and thoughts and everything. And if you don't have the ability to compartmentalize these things, you're not journaling, you don't have hobbies, you don't have crafts, you're not getting out enough, you're not exercising, your mind, then you about to be in a bad spot. You are in a bad spot. I get up every morning. I have a routine. I take care of myself. I eat my breakfast. I take my medicine. I crochet or craft or journal every day. I keep myself busy. I'm reading. I walk. I do something. Of course, I got to take Gizmo out. I'll sit in the backyard for a while if the weather is decent. Because if you are not keeping your mind busy, you don't structure your time, you don't structure your mind, you're going to find yourself in a bad spot. Very, very bad. And you don't want that, especially not this time of year. This is a wrong time of year for that. People do better in the summer when, it's warm. We get out more in the summer. You're more apt to be more active and outside. But in the winter, you're staying in the house. You're by yourself. You're cooped up. The walls start to close in on you. You start to have these bad thoughts because you're not keeping your mind as busy as you should. And then, boop, here come problems. Hey KK, hey Purple Moon, hey Deborah, hey Aunt Starseed, Root Witch. So I'm just, reminding people to be conscious this time of season, this time of year, because see, it is, let's see what time. It is 3:25 here in the Bay Area. In an hour or so, it will be dark. I'm pretty sure the majority of people that I'm talking to, it's probably already dark in your city. This dark time of the year is very, very hard on some people. It's just hard for some people to tolerate this time of year period. Like, I'm a summer baby, so summer, the heat, and I'm a Leo, and cats love the sun. We love the sun. We love heat. We love the sun coming through the windows. We love to feel that heat on our bodies like that. The summer is my favorite time of year. Now, some people like darkness. They don't mind that. They enjoy the darkness. And if darkness is what you enjoy, then this is the best, time of year for you. So you have to know as a person what type of person you are, what you enjoy. Like, I don't even really enjoy the dark phases of the moon. I love the full moon. I love when the moon is giving out the most light. I am a light worker. I love light. I'm a light loving person. I love light colors. I, eat more light colored foods. Colors, I love bright colors, period. I've never been attracted to like black colors and stuff like that. Like, that wouldn't be my first choice. Like, I've always been into, like, I always loved like the goth people, but all that black and dark lipstick and stuff, that's not for me. But now I know that they got the pastel goths and stuff. I could be one of them. But dark colors, I don't like it. Naya said, I was forced to be alone. They didn't want me to be a part of the family anymore, though. I had no choice but to accept independent life. Yeah, I bought a cat. Well, yeah, you gotta have something. And just because your family, you know, didn't accept you doesn't mean that you can't have friends and allow other people into your life. We all have janky families. I don't have the best family either. It ain't too many people in my family that I'm even talking to right now, because I had just got to a point where I'm not going to keep trying to force these people to love me. And if you don't love me, then that's it. Like, I'm in my 50s. I'm not going to keep chasing down people in my family trying to figure out why they don't feel about me the same way that I feel about them. Like, you got to let them go and keep on going. But don't put other people or push other people away because your family didn't act right. You can find family in other people. You know what I mean? Like, I've always wanted us to be more than just people that y'all come here almost every day. Like, y'all be looking for me almost every day. So we are a family. This is a family. I talk to Tina almost every day on Instagram. Tina is always leaving me messages, or if she sees something that she thinks I might be interested in, she'll leave it for me on Instagram. That's how we should all be. So just because your family is not doing what you want them to do, don't mean that somebody else won't step up, as long as you're open. We have to keep ourselves in a position where we're open to receive love. We don't want to be so independent that we close our circle. Everybody is like, keep your circle tight. I only got these many people, no new friends. All of that kind of stuff is negative. Because if you're constantly saying no new friends, then you're not going to get no new friends. Oh, I keep my circle tight. Well, you keep your circle so tight that can't nobody get in. Somebody may be trying to love you, but your circle is tight and you didn't shut the door and can't nobody get in. Ain't nobody gonna break the door down to love you. They shouldn't have to. And I'm not saying be a doormat for people to, kick you around and abuse you, but I'm saying keep your heart open to receive love. Don't be so closed down because one person hurt you, you feel like the whole world is against you. Like sometimes on Instagram, if I comment on something, these young people go straight for the jugular. Like this one girl was saying something about another girl's wig, and I was like, oh well, maybe it's a headband wig because that's what it looked like. It looked like the wig she had on was similar to mine, that it has the headband attached. And you would have swore I said something about that girl's mama. Not the person that was in the videos, just some random person on, you stupid bitch. She ain't got on no head. I mean, she just went ballistic. Even other people was like, oh my God, she did all that just because you said it was a hairband wig? And I just laughed. I just laughed because I was like, obviously, those shots were not meant for me. Somebody earlier had done hurt her, or maybe she ordered a headband wig and she didn't get it, or she ordered a headband wig and when she got it, it was a Barbie headband. Something triggered her and she threw all that in my direction. So you never know like what somebody is going through. A lot of stuff that I see on the internet now, I like ignore it. Unless I'm just really in a good mood and I just really want to just go off on somebody. Now sometimes you can catch me and I got a hair up my butt and I will go off. But normally I just look at people and just shake my head because, I know that they hurt and they out here trying to hurt as many people as possible. Like the other day I posted something on my community tab and somebody came out and was like, when me and my granddaughter did the cookies this weekend, somebody came by and was like, oh, I guess she's going to teach the other generations about, teach them how to be racist like she is. It's just funny to me that, people who think I'm a racist because I talk about what my ancestors have endured and I speak about it with real words, and I know them real words be hurting. I know they do. I know they sting sometimes. But I'm not going to remove the sting. I'm not going to not hurt your feelings. If it hurts your feelings, then oh well. And if I'm a racist, then I'm just a racist. If that's how you feel, I don't care. I really don't. Because I'm not going to change the person that I am to make anybody else feel good. I'm not going to water myself down to make anybody feel good. Nobody. Because I know, for one, these people don't know me. Okay? As mixed up as my family is, I got grandkids that are white. Okay? Half white, half Filipino, all different kind of shades and everything. I'm not a racist. I'm a realist. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm 57 years old. There are things that have happened to my ancestors that was really not that damn long ago. It wasn't. And when I talk about these things, if it sounds like I'm a racist, then who I don't care. I don't. And I don't understand why someone that does not like me, why somebody that don't like me, don't like my teachings, don't like the way I, talk about white people, I don't understand why you follow me. I posted something and you was like the first person to get to comment. You a fan. You checking for me. Cause I'm not going to change. And if I said something that to you sound racist, I'm not gonna take the shit back. Before I take it back, I add more to it. Shout out to Andrew Caldwell. Oh no, no, no. I can't think of that other dude name. Shout out to him. Before I take it back, I add more to it. I have meant every damn thing I've said. Boop. Tara Hoskins says blacks cannot be racist. We do not have the means nor the power to suppress another group of people. Right. That's because they don't understand the difference between races and prejudice. They don't understand that. Naya said, I spend time with my daughter and my best friend, and I invested in a life coach. I'm happy for you. I really am. I'm always happy when people tell me that they reach out to other people, like they have a therapist, a life coach, or someone to help them, because there's such a stigma in the black community about asking for help, especially like therapy. And I just wish that, that stigma would die. I'm really hoping, because this generation that is coming up now is a little bit more cognizant of, mental health, and, taking mental health days and understanding what mental health is. Maybe they are going to start a new cycle of, getting help, not just saying what mental health is, or saying that I'm mentally ill, or I have this condition, but actually getting help for it. That's what I want the generation to do. Don't just use you know mental health as a card that you throw out every time you don't want to do something. No, if you feel like you have these issues, then I want to see you out there getting help, even if it's just spiritual help. What you eat?
Gummies.
Oh, you gonna have glitter. Don't wipe it off.
I got a mask on anyway, so.
Okay, see you later. Call me if you coming home. Um. Oh, Naya said, "Can I teach how to do a new friends spell?" You know what? One thing that if you want new friends, you have to just put that out into the universe. Tell the universe that you are open to new friends. Okay? And drop that independent mentality. Tell the universe, I want some new friends. I want to be around like-minded people. Find out where there are groups. Go to your local library. and see, like if you're interested in books or whatever, maybe there will be a book reading or a book signing or something at your local library. Look around on the boards and see if they're going to have anything. Like every now and then, Barnes and Nobles, well, they haven't had any recently because of COVID. But every now and then, Barnes and Nobles will have book signings. Go to one of your local smaller bookstores and see if they have things. Find out where poetry. But see, right now it's kind of, there are not as many in person events because of things that are going on. But find out if there are any local poetry readings. What are you interested in? Look on TikTok for the hashtags for things that you're interested in. I'm interested in crystals and stuff. So, of course, I'm always looking at crystal groups or, hashtags for crystals. And, I'm always going to um, local crystal shops in my area, and a lot of them have classes. That's where I've met, some people. I've taken some classes at a metaphysical university. I met people there. I've taken classes with them. Of course, when you're seeing someone on a weekly basis, you eventually start talking to people. So find out what your interests are. That's how you meet friends. Take a class at your local university or your local junior college. Classes are really cheap. You know, start low. Take a class that you think will be fun first. Like take a class in African American studies. Those are always really good classes to do. And then, of course, you're going to find a whole lot of like minded people in there. You're going to find people that are into, African studies, African American studies, those types of things. And then you may find out, oh, well, we all going to the coffee shop after or whatever. And bam, you got some new friends. But you have to open yourself up to being friendly. If you're into cars, go to some car shows. Write down what your interests are and move in that direction. And then you will find other people who are actually interested in that also. You can't just sit at home with your door closed thinking that, girl, we was just talking about you, Tina. I was just talking about you. You can't just sit at home with your child and your cat and think that friends are going to knock on your door because they're not. It just don't work that way. You have to open yourself up and want to be friends. Speak to people when you see them. Go to places that you are attracted to. Like a friend of mine, she goes to the yarn conventions because she's a crocheter. She's met so many people at a yarn convention. I was supposed to go one year, but I never did. I might go this year because it's a big convention. I think it's like 3 days, and they have a hotel. And she usually drives down from LA, and it's here in the Bay Area. And she goes to these different yarn conventions, and she meets people. And some of the people she have, from YouTube are at these yarn conventions. So find what you're interested in. Like I'm going to get back into the crochet because I was like in the crochet thing for a minute, and then I was just like, oh, I'm sick of this shit, and got out. But I'm going to get back into the little crochet groups and stuff because I'm crocheting again. I mean, I never really stopped, but I just wasn't um doing it as much. Yeah, after all of this, stuff, this pandemic stuff is over. I would love to do a meet and greet. Like, the only thing is, we are so scattered. Like, we all over the place. Like, why y'all can't live in the Bay Area or in LA or something? What is that on, Tina? Is it on Netflix? Cause I need something to binge watch. Why y'all can't just like live in LA? Y'all live all over the place. Don't nobody live out here. Can somebody look and see if is the thing over? Did they release the verdict? Cause I've been checking to see if they had released the verdict. I had said I was gonna do some Arisha stuff, but I'm not gonna do it today because we already been on here 56. What is it, girl? What they say? I need to turn my TV on. What did? Is he guilty? I ain't had my TV on. Oh Lord. Oh, you in Orlando? You think he going to jail? Girl, he ain't going to jail for no life. He white. He ain't going to jail for life. Did you see how the judge was acting? The judge was acting like that's his son or something, and he was gonna get him off. Moth Mama said, "I miss that Kelly weather, but I don't miss the rent price." Girl, I know you don't. I know you don't. I really thought that the rent prices was just gonna, kind of level off when all this COVID stuff kind of calmed down a little bit, but no, it didn't. It didn't. And it's chilly today. When I got up this morning, it was windy. We're at the time of year where the fog is rolling in the evening. So it's like really foggy in the evening, and early in the morning it's foggy. Plus, I live near the bay. So when you live close to the water, of course, there's more fog in this particular area. So it's been foggy and windy and not, you know, California pretty. And a friend of mine said it's still been in like the 80s and 90s in LA, but not here. In the Bay Area, it's been like in the 60s. So Naya said, I had a dream that I was being put in my ancestors' shoes to understand the real pressure and struggle that they endured. I don't want that. I can I mean I can understand from reading. I don't want to understand their struggle because I already have enough struggle. Like, I don't think my ancestors would do that because what they endured, I don't think they want for me. Your ancestors always want better for the next generation. So why would they want me to have that pain and go through that pain and stuff that they endured? I just don't I can't see any of my ancestors wanting that for me. Because like my mom and dad always wanted me to have better than what they had. Why would they want me to struggle like them? I mean, what they endured was enough. Like, you didn't told me the story. So why would you then want me to go through that pain? Nah. I don't think none of my ancestors would do that. It maybe you not taking care of your ancestors. If they want you to go through that kind of pain, if they want you to learn that kind of lesson, maybe they feel it's something that you're not giving them. Because I don't think mine would do that. Uh Starseed Root Witch said, question, have you experienced stuff like keys and wallets missing around the house? What do I have to, what do I, what do I have to get my stuff back? I think what you mean, what do you have to do to get your stuff? I think we all go through that. Um, what are you doing? Have you been playing around with Elegua? Have you been asking Elegua for things and not giving him anything in return? What first you have to ask yourself, what are you doing? Because a lot of people, want to play with these orishas or play with the loa, but you're not really going into it. And Alekwa is known to play with people. And he is a trickster. He will come in and move your keys and do all kind of little crazy things if he's trying to get your attention. Sometimes it's just spirit trying to get your attention. Hey, what you doing? If it's just something playful, if it's just, you know, your keys being misplaced, you set them down on one table and you leave and you come back and they're not there, but you find them later someplace else and you're like, okay, well, maybe I did put them there. But in the back of your mind, you're going, no, I didn't. I know where I put my keys. Maybe leave out a coconut. You don't work with him. Who are you working with? Who are you attempting to work with? What are you doing? Maybe you just need to cleanse. Maybe you need to spiritually cleanse your environment. Maybe it's just too much chaos going on in your house. Is it too many people living there? Is it more than you living there? Is it a lot of different energy? Is a lot of people going in and out of your house? You have to look at all of those things. So that's like a hard question for me to, just answer like that because it could be a lot of things. It could be, the people that you are allowing in your environment. Your environment can be dirty spiritually. Maybe you need to cleanse your environment. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a phone call. Um, so it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things going on. So that question is kind of hard to um that question is kind of hard to answer if I don't know you. Tina said you could petition St. Anthony to find the missing items. Just your just you and your brother live in the same house. But what is his energy like? Is does he have um chaos energy? You know, is he spiritually clean? Is he on the same spiritual level that you're on? Just because it's your brother, it doesn't, mean that that person is on the same spiritual plane that you're on. He could be on another level. Yeah, it, you have to understand the people that you live with. If they have calm energy, calm, relaxed energy, or if they have chaos, clumsy, forgetful, misplacing type energy. Okay, Naya. Yeah, just clean your space. Start there. Start with cleaning your space. And then just keep moving outward. Clean your space, clean yourself. You know, get your mind right. Sometimes we're moving so fast, you know, we're doing so many things. Maybe this is spirit uh, telling you that you need to get grounded. Maybe you're too flighty. Maybe you need to be grounded. You need to sit back and relax for a few days and get yourself together. It could be you. You know, you never know. Like, I don't know you as a person. I'm just throwing these things out. Yeah, a cleansing bath is good to start with. Clean your space first. Clean your space, your living space. Clean it physically first. Then clean it spiritually. Then after you get your space clean, clean yourself. Start at the head and go down. Clean yourself off. You know, get grounded. You could be losing things because you moving too fast. You doing too many things. Like my mama used to say, you got too many irons in the fire. You doing too many things. Sometimes we have to just slow down and stop doing anything and just take a rest. Let our mind rest. We lose things. We lock our keys in the car. We lose our keys. We break things because we're doing too much. Our brain is overloaded. The brain only wants to, you know, think about so many things in a day. We can only accomplish so many tasks in a day. And when we overload our brain, then these things start to happen. So sometimes you just don't do nothing. Just binge watch a TV show. You can't be spiritual 100 times, all day long, 24/7. Sometimes you just got to be a regular person and just chill out, drink some Kool-Aid and, you know, eat some popcorn and binge watch a TV show. That's sometimes what spirit is telling us to do. You doing too much. Go somewhere and sit down. Oh, you done lost your keys? Oh, you'll sit your ass down now, won't you? Because you can't go nowhere till you find them keys. Hey, Phoenix. That's sometimes spirit telling us, sit your ass down. Go sit down. I moved them keys for a reason. Go sit your ass down. When I can't find my keys, that's the first thing I do. I just go sit down and chill out, and usually I find them. Because I will go into serious panic mode when I can't find something. Just relax. And sometimes that is spirit telling us, just relax. You ain't got to do all that. So I'm gonna go because that was my granddaughter's mom. And she wants to talk to me. Plus, we've been on here 68 minutes. So tomorrow, if I do a live tomorrow, we're going to talk about Alegua. It's interesting that you brought that up because I've been saying that I was going to do another teaching on Alegua. You missed it. That's okay, sweetie. You can always go back and replay it. It'll be up in a minute. Yeah, if you spending too much money, you losing money and stuff. Yeah, that is spirit telling you slow down on the money spending. One time I was going on Shein's website every day, just looking at stuff I could buy, just random shit, right? I'm on Shein's website and my phone just crashed. I was like, okay, I get it. I got it. I stopped doing it because I was just going on there just because I was bored, just spending money out of boredom. And I get on and I'm just scrolling and I'm just scrolling and my phone just zoop, just blanked out, just went all off the Shein website and everything. Just shut down. Like my phone just literally shut down. And I was like, oh, okay. I got it. Girl, I was on that Shein. I was on that Shein website like every day. Do you hear me? Every Every night, like around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I was on Shein. Like I was on Shein so much, like when I go on Facebook, every time I go on Facebook, Shein pops up because I'm on it so much. And Spirit was like, "Will you stay off that website? Go away. Go lay down. Go watch TV. Put the phone down. You don't need to be on there." So sometimes it's just Spirit letting you know, take a chill pill, go somewhere and sit down, read a book. Yeah, I put your keys somewhere so you don't get in your car and drive and a drunk driver hits you. Sometimes things happen for a reason. Girl, yes, they always do that. I can't. Amazon and Shein is always gonna show up on my Facebook. Always. Cause I'm always looking at something on Amazon. I'm always on Shein. But sometimes things happen for a reason. Sometimes we lose our keys, so we don't walk out our front door and get robbed. And we find our keys like 20 minutes later, and we get in the car and hear that it's been a pile up on the interstate. You could have been there, but you weren't because Spirit moved your keys. Sometimes it's done out of protection. It's done to get our attention. So just, be open minded when things like this happen. But if it's going on a lot and it's bothering you, then clean your house. Do a house cleaning. You should be doing it. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about the end of the year cleansing. We're going to talk about that soon. So you can, start getting stuff together and get prepared for that. So we're going to talk about that later. So, for real, if Shein, girl, my husband probably would take my phone. When he went to work, he would take my phone and be like, don't you order nothing else." But Shein, my stuff comes pretty quick though. Like it's never been more than like a week and a half or probably like 7 days. Never. And I know some people have had some horror stories, but I haven't. I usually get my stuff pretty quick, which is good. That's why I started back to that's why I started ordering from them because I'm like, okay, this stuff be coming fast. Y'all know what I've been watching? Have y'all been watching Shein and Boohoo? I ain't never ordered from Boohoo. Don't do that, Phoenix. Now I'm gonna go see who Boohoo is. I be watching YouTube videos of people that work for Amazon. You are being a bad influence. But see, my husband be ordering more stuff from Amazon than I do. It seemed like every other day, at least once a week, a package come for him, and I'd be like, "What is this?" He be ordering all kind of stuff, just random shit. At least I be ordering like jewelry and clothes and stuff. He be ordering, well, Xbox and video game stuff, boy stuff that I would never order. All right, I'm finna go, y'all. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm gonna be here tomorrow. If I'm here tomorrow, y'all see me. If I'm not, then you won't. I'm trying to get on a schedule, but schedules irritate me. Like it's so hard for me to keep a schedule now because I might wake up and then I'll be in one of my moods and don't feel like talking to nobody. And then y'all gonna be like, "Well, you said you was gonna be here every day." And see, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie and say I'm gonna be here every day, and I don't. I may wake up and I don't want to be here. So if you see me tomorrow, you see me, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just say that. I'll try to be here. If I'm here, you'll see me. If I'm not here, you can be like, okay, emotional didn't make it today, but I'm on Instagram or Facebook or, somewhere. TikTok. If y'all on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna be posting a little bit more on TikTok, but mostly TikTok gonna be my crochet stuff. I ain't doing them. I can't do them TikTok dances. I ain't doing that shit. Oh Lord, I don't know who that was. Okay, y'all, I'm gone. I will talk to you later. I love you. Bye.